My name is Jason Jumper, and this is my EDT 6010 flipped classroom presentation. For this presentation, students would have fill-in-the-blank notes that they would have got me from the day before. Take it home, watch as many times as they need, fill it out, and then come back the next day ready to apply this knowledge. So we're going to talk about what makes a good map, or what are some main pieces of a map. The main pieces of a map that you need to be able to read it, or that every good map has, is totals. The title, orientation, the date, author, legend, and the scale. The title and why is it important. A title explains location shown and themes. It tells you what you're looking at. So not like the title of a movie, title of a book, title of a video game, it tells you what you're looking at, right, and what it could possibly be about. Next is the orientation. The orientation is the directions that are indicated on a map, so it can be turned and or laid flat so the directions match real life, often done by using a compass. We have a compass up here, never eat soggy waffles. So orientation is direction, like a compass. So you know if you're moving up, down, left, and right on a map, you know the directions you are going. Next is the date. Map readers need to know when the map was made. Some maps can be outdated due to natural or man-made changes to the landscape or political boundaries. Certain dates, countries might have existed or gone extinct. Depending on the date, you want to make sure you have the right date for your map project. So if you're doing a map of, the colonial United States, you don't want a 2010 map, right? Vice versa, if you're doing a map of the current United States, you don't want a colonial map. You want to make sure the date is correct to what you're using it for. Next is the author. The author is the person who created the map, gathered information, and chose what to show and how to show it. So this is not just one person, it could be a company, right? We all know National Geographic is really known for making maps. And you also want to make sure with your author it's somebody credible, okay? If you had to pick between me and a National Geographic map, you want to pick National Geographic. They're credible, they've done this before, they've produced quality maps over the years. Next is the legend. A map legend or key tells you how the information is presented and how to read the map. It's kind of like if you go, you play a video game and you see the controller layout, what the buttons kind of do for that game. Same thing with your map legend. It tells you what the symbols mean. So just like in a controller layout on a video game, it tells you what the symbols or the buttons mean and what they do. Same thing with a map legend. It tells you what those symbols mean. Next is the scale. The scale shows how much distance on the map represents how much distance in real life. So just because it's 2 inches away on a map, it still could be hundreds of miles, right? So it's taking the distance in real life and shrinking it down for a map so you can read it and it can tell you, how far it is from point A to point B. Okay, so now we're finding it. If we notice the title right up top, kind of in our face, easy to find, and it's giving us a theme of this. So, Brentwood Medical Center Market Service Area. Okay, that's the theme of it, and we can see that on the map. Next is the orientation. It's going to be not tucked away in the corner, but you might have to search for a little bit. As you see, here's our orientation or our compass. As you see, it gives direction, north going up. We know, so that's never. We know eat, right, east, soggy, south, waffles, west, and it gives us direction. So if we're going up, down, left, and right on a map, we know what direction we are truly going. Next is the date. This is going to be harder to find. It's going to be more in the corners, away from the general information. As you see here, it's the bottom left-hand corner, and it's January 1st, 1980. Yugoslavia, it's not a thing anymore. West Berlin, East Germany, now it's just Germany, and USSR is now Russia. So if you're doing a current political map of Europe, you would not want to use this. But if you're doing maybe Cold War or even closer to post-Cold War time, this is the perfect map for you. Next is the author. This is going to be kind of the date, more in the corners, farther away from everything. And if you look down here, that is a company. Again, it could be a person or a company. The legend. This is going to be like the compass rose or kind of title where it's in a place that should be easy to find. As you notice, it's right here. And we have a bunch of different colored lines. We have dots and stars. And we know, using our legend, what all that stuff can mean. And last but not least, the scale. The scale, again, like the legend or the compass rose, is going to be in a place where it should be easy to find. So now, you have here, the whole distance of that scale is 1,000 miles. So if we went to take that and shift it over, we know South Carolina to New Jersey is close to 1,000 miles using our scale. Make sure to replay this if you need to, get all the fill in the blank notes done, and also in the back, you should have circled what I had circled so you kind of know what it looks like and know what to look for in class tomorrow. Thank you, have a good night.